Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, and in this video I am going to show you how I colored a waterway, which is this, and I'm also going to show you with this particular pattern how I decorated the various roofs. This particular page is on extremely thin paper, and it's so thin that when I hold it up to the light you can see right here, you can see the drawing that's on the next page. Very cheap stuff, but it had some nice patterns in it and I decided to get it. So what I did and what I do is, in this case, always when I have thin pages like this, I will copy it onto cardstock. It's just normal, cardstock that you get at the store. I think it's 80 pound. Check me on that. But I copied it onto cardstock and I'm doing the drawing or the coloring on there. But what I want to show you is, and this is my marked up piece. Let me get an original that I'm waving around here. So this is a copy of the one I marked up. It didn't have the, darker on here. Wait a minute, let me get the original. I'm sorry. I am sorry. Okay, here's the original with some coloring on it. In other words, I made a copy onto cheap paper and then was playing around with it so I'd have something to show you. Because guys, that you guys know I like to color up a page a little bit just to show you where I'm going in the video. And you guys tell me that you like that, so I continue to do it. And actually, as you'll see here, this roof was blank in the original and I put a design on it. But this is what I want to show you, is how to put on a couple of designs on your various roofs. There's a couple of mainline artists. I want to think Time Chamber, that's got a page that has nothing but roofs on it. And a lot of them are blank. And so I wanted to show you how to fill that in just to make a better piece. So anyway, the piece I'm working out, or the book I'm working out, is the Home Sweet Home. It's by Kappa Adult Coloring. It says $3.95, but I got it at the dollar store, so I think I paid less than that. If not, so what? But they're pretty neat books. I've got a couple of them actually. They've got one that has famous art drawings in it, simplistic ones that you can color yourself. But yeah, I mean, they're pretty nice. And when I was flipping through, there were a couple of pages that I really liked, so that's why I bought the whole book. I'm not really going to do a flip through. I'm just going to show, like, this is really pretty. A lot could be done with that. Here's another one with just roofs. See? But yeah, there were some pages in here that I really liked, especially that one with the river that I'm working on now. Let me go here. Yeah, this Victorian will be fun. It can be dressed up. Excuse me, let me adjust my light. Sorry about that. So yeah, there's just some really nice things that you can do. Anyway, so let's get going on this. Now, to you guys who are really afraid of drawing things on your pieces, as you can see, and through all my colorings that I've done in all my videos, that the stuff I do is very straightforward. And that would be Vicky saying hello. And it is straightforward, so I wouldn't, let me put it this way. I wouldn't show you anything that I didn't think you could do on your level. So you need to really trust me that when I show you stuff, I am very confident that you'll be able to do what I'm showing you. All right, so here's my cardstock original, which I'm going to set aside for a moment because I want to show you how to draw this roof. And the master page, obviously, I'm going to set that aside. All right. Thank you for forgiving me my shuffling here. Okay, so the concept that I want to show you, and let me pull you in, is this roof right here. It is a thatched roof. Now here's a little, this is a different version that I did in pencil, because normally I recommend that you do something in pencil before you ink it up. Not this time. You got to go directly to ink. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do this roof to get a really cool looking thatched roof. Isn't that neat? Oh, excuse me, isn't that neat? All right, see, as I'm coughing, now I'm getting the hiccups. Oh, great. During a broadcast, of course. All right. So we're going to do a really straightforward thatched roof. And I'm going to take my time in doing this, and you can always pause the video. I'm going to work on this bigger roof. Again, I had drawn in these darker lines on my piece that I copied onto the cardstock, so it isn't quite a straight copy. It's a copy of the one that I was working on. All right, so let me show you how to do this. So make sure you've got a very, very thin pen. Okay, see that says 0.28. All right, it's a very, very thin line. It's a uniball, okay, Signo. But it's a very thin, come on, you can do this. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go. Yay! 0.28 pen. Now, it's a pen. It's not a marker. I'm not using my markers, okay? My microns. Let me look at something real quick here. I recommend not using the microns because it's a marker, kind of like a paper mate. You want a pen, okay? So again, let me show you what we're going after, the look we're going after, which is this right here, okay? And so here's how you do that. And let me get situated so I can get my hand in here and not interfere with you. All right, so we've got a line across the top here, all right? All you need to do is draw a couple more lines. Now, one thing here, when I drew this line that I just drew, I specifically drew it so it wouldn't run into the top there. I wanted that jogged off, okay? All right, now what you do, hopefully I can keep the two together here so you can see, okay? All you're gonna do now, watch, is take your very thin pen and just make little dashes. You're gonna make vertical, random dashes. And see, you can already see how that's taking shape. Isn't that not cool? And guys, I don't know how it can be much easier than this. You want to make like short, medium, and long, okay? See, you can already see the thatched roof coming into shape. Easy peasy. Yeah, it's Time Chamber, I think, that's got several pages with nothing but roofs on it. Look at that. Look how thatchy that looks already. Isn't that not neat? Is that a word, thatchy? It is now. Okay, so let's go ahead and do, because that ink now is drying while I'm doing this. Whoops, gotta draw my line. Well, that wasn't parallel. Let me draw that, and let me draw that. Okay. All right, so. Okay, just short little jerky, herky-jerky lines. Just stay parallel as much as you can with the original roof line. Okay, all right, now, okay, so I'm going to show you the original here. Let me see if I can, yeah, zoom in for you. Okay, what do you notice? That the horizontal lines are darker, right, in between, because that's like the various shingles. Okay, we can do that. So now I'm going to take my pen and I'm just going to kind of wiggle, okay? Teeny tiny wiggles. Little jerky wiggles. Whoops, went outside. That's all right. I hope you're looking at that and going, wow. Yeah, guys, this is how easy it is. See, look, just little jerky wiggles. And look how much that's really looking thatchy now. Is that not neat? Okay, so let me get down here. Just teeny tiny wiggles, okay? Oops. Yeah, see, this line's already there. We don't want to wiggle that one because that one's the break in the pattern of the roof here. Is that not neat? All right, let me show you the original again. All right, now I'm going to pull, let me see, my browns, and I'm doing this in micro view for you so you can see this, okay? So the two browns I'm using are my Crayola. This is my lighter brown. It's a lighter brown Crayola twistable. I love these things. They have been the greatest. And I've got my Sivo Vivid. Okay, let me get some white paper so I can show you what the colors are. Where are we? Okay, so here's the Sivo Vivid, which is the darker brown. Okay, which of course I can make lighter, right? But I'm doing it darker. And then this is my Crayola. Okay, so you can see the two difference. This is almost like a flesh color. In fact, I may even put it in my flesh jar. Okay, so back to this. And I'm going to pull you out just a tad now because I've done the intricate work. Not intricate, the detailed work. All right, so now I'm going to take my Crayola and I'm going to give it a nice little brown tinge. I'm working in circles, right? I'm not pressing hard, right? Let me bring my light over here. And if you thought it looked thatchy before, look at it now. Is that not cool? Okay. I'm going to do this. Excuse me one second here. There you go. Had a little bit of a heater on in my studio. Okay, look how neat that looks, and we're not even done yet. Okay, now I'm going to come through with my darker brown, which I'm going to sharpen to a very fine point. Okay, and now I'm going to hit this with a little bit of brown at the top of each one, okay, and I might bring down just a little bit of brown, but you don't want to bring down too much, a little, but not too much, okay. But see, I'm just right along the top, jiggling my line, almost kind of like I did the black, see? And then maybe bring down one or two, you know, pulls. Easy peasy, guys. Let me give you more of, let's see if I can give you more of a micro view. Yeah. I really want you to see this. When you lift your pencil, remember you always turn it a little bit. And the neat thing is, as I'm coloring, I'm letting my pencil go up into the previous area, which is giving a nice little texture, see? Okay. Let me go back and say that again. See, as I'm coloring, I'm letting it push upward a little bit. And that's how we're getting that nice little thatched look. Okay. This is a little smaller, so you gotta be carefuler. More careful. Carefuler. Okay. All right, now this is my horizontal line between the two roofs, so I don't want to, you know, color that in. Okay, now I'm going to pull out. Is that not neat? I mean, look at that. Let me get straighten out my papers. Let me pull out so you can see. Look how neat that is. Very, very straightforward, and it's the bomb. Look how neat that looks, and you did it, right? I don't want anybody getting worried about this or getting nervous. You know, work on a copy if you're that nervous about it. Okay. So now I'm going to show you a couple more techniques on a couple of other roofs. Now, if you want to do this on other ones, you can. You know, you could work it out on that if you wanted to. There's a couple more blanks here, maybe over here. I might do it on that one, which is thatched. Might do it on that one that's close by. I don't know yet. Can't decide. But let me show you a couple things that I did. I know I did it on one of these sheets. Bear with me. Oh no, where'd it go? Okay, well, that's all right. Oh yeah, here. Okay, sorry about that. All right, then taking the same pen, you can also start drawing in some other lines. So here is the roof that's blank, right? That's the one I'm going to work on right now. And since I'm right-handed, I'm going to switch it this way so you can see. All right, now watch. Horizontal line, a couple of other horizontal lines. Now remember, this is a copy of a copy, so it's going to look darker, but the pen will match on the copy that's on the cardstock. Okay, that roof's done. Let's do this. See, we're just going to do a couple there. Boom, you're done. Okay. Now, this roof here, you can close up the lines if you want. And again, the pen will match on the, piece that you're working on. So I'm going to close that up. Okay. And now I'm just going to angle the pattern this way. Don't get too sloppy with it like I was doing just a second ago. But see, just angle this. There you go. Let me pull you in a little bit. Look how straightforward that is. Then what I'm going to do actually on this one is I'm just going to, after I color, don't do this before, I'm going to put just some little dots on the side, and then that'll finish that up. Now obviously we've got a roof, this roof going this way, so I'm going to put my horizontal lines there, and then I'm going to angle my little angles off this way. Yeah, there you go. So there are a number of neat little things that you can do. All right, this roof here, it's got the little ovals. Fine, it's kind of squarish ovals. Go ahead and put a few more in. That's why sometimes I like these cheaper books, because they don't go into much detail on what they draw, because they're cheap. And then that lets me come in and make great videos and show you how to make you more confident. So when you look at work then on more high-end books like Johanna Basford and whoever did the Dreamscapes, then you can add in this stuff. How more straightforward can I be with this to show you this very simple technique, okay? And then on the side, I'll probably do my little, and again, I'm doing this very quickly. I wouldn't make dashes. Make dots. Well, and actually you can make dashes. Look, if you want to make, just different little bit. Oh, I'm doing that. Got carried away. All right, so let's go ahead and all of a sudden you've got, look at that. Look how neat that whole house looks now with just a little bit of addition. And then plus, I'm going to be coloring in black, okay, right here, and that's really going to make it pop. So the point is, you're taking a drawing which was basically slapped together by the author, and you are adding some really neat configurations on it. Let me show you another one here. Okay, so this one here, basically I just finished the lines. Okay. So yeah, take the time to do that. Here I'm going to finish this. Oh, let me see another. Okay, this little pattern, it's a very fast, let me show you how to do that. Okay, so here's the roof. I got to turn it just so that it's a way that I can work on this. Now watch how I do this. So I'm going to make a little U, okay? Then I'm going to make another little U. And see, you just got to make sure that and if you want to use a pencil for this, here, let me show you this. Take a pencil, very lightly, draw in your lines. Okay, just their guidelines only. All right, wait a minute, where am I? Right there. Okay, and make another U. And I'm not even lifting my pen. And make another U. And make another U. Look how much nicer that looks than that other one. I mean, if you want to finish this up here, you can, I would. Just take a second to finish what the artist should have. And don't forget my piano music, paid subscription to Whispering's Piano, which is all piano stuff. I love the company. I love the guys. And if you're ever nervous about sketching stuff onto drawings, go to the cheap stores. You know, go to the dollar store, get a couple of inexpensive books that you don't mind, and just practice on them, like what I'm showing you. All right. So where was I? I'm here. Okay. Let me pull you down a little bit closer. Okay, then I'm going to, all right, now you want to go to the center of your previous U, okay? Now, if you mess it up, I messed it up a little bit, so what? No biggie. So you're going to go to the center of the previous U, okay? So there's my next row, and then I've got this. And I made it a little short, but that's okay. Look how neat that looks. You can do this. You really can. Okay. I suppose I should say when I say you can do this, no pun intended, because I'm making U's. Ha ha ha. That's why you love me. Okay, so there's that, and there's that. There's a U there, and make another U, and make another U. Yoo-hoo! Make another U. Done! Look at that. And you did it. All right, so let me get rid of all my papers here so we're on the, look at that. Easy peasy, straightforward. You're not going to ruin anything. It's not, you're not working with nuclear bombs here. Okay, let me see. All right, so here's a roof where the lines were in there. Again, I would recommend that you take the second to close them off. but do it a little neater than what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be a little prompt here. Yeah, okay. Now, on that roof, if you want, so see how all that's starting to fill in now and it's looking really neat? Okay, so right on this one, you could, okay, so we could cross hatch maybe. See? And add the little dots. Done. Is that not cool? Okay, and look at that. Look at that. You did this, guys. You did this. Okay, so then on the other things I want to do is I've got the castle here. So we're going to do some bricks. I've shown you how to do that. Excuse me a second while I get some water. So now we're going to draw ovals. Whoops. Because they're stones, pull you in. And then on the next one, I'm going to do, I'm going to jog it off, right? Boy, that music's pretty. Hold on a second. I can mark things on here that are my favorite. Oh, it's already one of my favorites. Okay, that's cool. Never mind. All right. So now we're going to make the little ovals. A little oval. Little oval. Makes me think of Ovaltine. You remember Ovaltine? Do they still make Ovaltine? I don't know. And again, I've told you this before, stones and brick are forgiving because they're not really, well, brick's a little more perfect, but stones, you can kind of wiggle and it not be a problem. All right, so see, there's the brick. It's starting to come up on that. And I'm going to go ahead and the stones. And I'll go ahead and do stones on this one too as well. And again, the difference between the stones is they're rounded, right? So now this next one is going to be rounded here, and then we'll get rounded there. Otherwise, if you're doing bricks, you're doing exact squares, okay? So good, we're good there. Let's see some other patterns I could show you here. And, make up your own patterns if you like. I mean, be within the realm of possibility. Don't go weird, but... Oh, let's see here. So I'm going to close off this and close off that. How about maybe little diamonds? See, you can make little diamonds on there if you want. Now, for the diamonds, I would recommend that you do it in pencil because then you can just color in, and then if you goof it, then it's not a big deal. There we go. Yeah, so there are, tell me I just did that off screen. I did that off screen. I'm so sorry. So now I got to do another row. Okay. Oh, well, as I said, you love me anyway. Now, you can either do the diamond direct pattern directly underneath, or do your diamond pattern like I'm going to do over here, jogged off a little. Okay, but again, as I'm saying, do it in pencil. And see, it's sticking out because I'm doing it in this solid black. Your diamonds aren't going to be solid black. You're going to do it in pencil, and then you're going to color it with whatever color you want. So no, don't even do it in ink at all because of what you want to color. Unless you want completely black roof, keeping in mind, again, that the black is a lot lighter because this is a copy of a copy. All right, so let me pull out. All right, you start to see, you see the patterns now that I'm showing you? Okay. Let's see here. On this one, for example, I'm just kind of, now I'm just experimenting. You know, maybe we could do some this way. Okay, so we've got it going this way, and then do just a couple lines this way and not all the way across. Okay. There you go. Isn't that neat? There you go. Done. Let me see what else we could do here real quick. Yeah, I think that, you know, I think that's it right now. I've shown you a bunch of patterns. Now, if you want to look at pattern ideas on the net, go to Google and do a search on medieval house roof patterns. Guess what, guys? That's what I did. Let's see, finish these lines here. I'm not going to do anything extra with that, but I am going to, you know, finish it down the other side here because the author didn't do that. Okay. So by the time I'm done with this, every single roof is going to be patterned, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to color it. So cool beans. But again, I'm going to go back to this thatching of the roof. I think that is so cool. Isn't that neat? And that's going to look really great on the blue that I colored. Speaking of which, let me switch pages now. I want to show you how I did this river here. All right, excuse me, sorry for the camera wiggle. All right, so let me pull out my blues from my WIP jar. I told you that I have a jar that anytime I use colors, that on a project, I put them in the jar that I'm using it. And I finally got smart and I'm keeping my erasers there because you know how I'm always looking for my like little teeny tiny eraser. So I'm keeping that in there too. Anyway, so what I did is I took a bunch of blue pencils, different brands, and I colored in the waves that they had on the original artist. Okay, so it was just like this. All right, so I carefully colored that in, and I did each different little wavy thing. I just picked up a random blue and, you know, colored and the whole bit. Now, what I want to show you though, that's really the neat part is I took, let's see, I took a brownish, a very dark, no, purple. Hold on, I did what did I do with it? Let me sharpen this. I took my dark purple because it's compatible with the blue. And my point's breaking, sorry for the delay. And I went over here and I colored along the outside like this, okay, on the edges right up to the narrow point because the perspective's coming in, you know, going out towards the back. Colored in underneath the building where it would be darker but along the edges, okay. Colored in down here. Point broke, sorry. Experiment with whatever purple you end up using. You want it dark, okay? And I'm on purposely keeping you in a distance view because I want to show you the effect that it's creating, which is really cool. It's a shadowy, my shadowy effect of the river. Okay, there it is. And it gives a really nice just effect here. And take your finger, and in this case you want to blend this as much as possible. You can always erase out the white again if there's an issue. Okay, and then I took my white pencil, this is optional, and I lightly and in horizontal strokes, I went down the center just to lighten it up a little bit. You don't have to do this. If you like it the other way, that's fine. Now this is a little touchy because the bridge post is here, so fine, you just do it on either side. And you want it to be, you know, jogged off a little bit like I'm doing. You don't want just a line down the center. Okay, and one thing I forgot to tell you that I did is underneath the little bridge post here, I went ahead and darkened it. See how I'm moving there? And I got a little carried away, so I'm going to use my blender pencil. But yeah, see where that post is? And if you want, you can do the same thing under here. I'm going to scream, my point broke again. Look at that. Isn't that neat? Just hit it very lightly with your blender pencil. You're good to go. Okay, let me pull out. Okay, there you go. All right, I can't emphasize enough, guys, how straightforward all this extra coloring is on your pages. Particularly or specifically, which was the whole idea of this video, with these roofs, especially that thatched roof. I think that looks so cool. I may do it down there too. Don't know yet. Well, you can't because you've got these lines, so it's got to be done on a clear roof. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed seeing this. I hope you enjoyed how straightforward it is. Again, I showed you how I did the river on here, and you can see how I'm in the process of going through and coloring in black the roofs. For that, I am using my Pilot 6G. Just my standard pen there on that because I wanted the dark black. That goes real quick. Just don't get sloppy, but there you go. See how neat that looks? And notice I'm not really doing the any horizontal thing on the house is. I'm just doing the roofs. And see, that'll all be done. I'm not going to do this here. Like, for example, on this bottom roof, let me turn. I'm going to do here, right? Okay. And then I've got a roof here. So I'm going to color this in. And be sure to clean the tip of your pen off. Let's see here. Now see, this is a little weird. It's not telling me which is the gutter and which isn't. I got to think about that yet, what I'm going to do with it. But see, you can see like on this roof over here, I didn't draw in that line. That's fine. I'm just doing the thick ones. I'm just coloring in for the most part the thick ones. So you need to decide what you do want colored and what you don't want colored. Totally up to you. All right, I think I'm done. I hope you got a kick out of this. I hope you learned a lot on this particular one with all this roof drawing and stuff. Simple, straightforward. And then how I did the little river down the middle. So more to come as I go. I don't think I'm going to do, well, I might do another video on this just to show you how I did the coloring. Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, I'll probably do one more video. And then the finished piece, don't forget guys, join my coloring group on Facebook, Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, because that's where I post my finished pieces, and then you can take a look at it and ask me any specific questions. All right, guys, love you bunches. God bless. Thanks for sticking it out with me. This is ILene Vick for Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, Joyous Coloring. Thanks for spending time with me. Bye-bye now.